That's good evening. You join me. Yeah, good evening, guys. Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me and if my voice is okay. Okay. Thank you, Johnny. So please you are going to give me like to the top of the hour, say we'll be starting at the top of the hour so that others can join us. We need to share the link. All right. So we are just waiting for other people to join us in a little while. Okay. So as soon as others come on board, I'll be kicking off in the next couple of minutes. We are still testing microphone and testing some equipment here and there. Guys, how was your week? Let me know, how was your trading week? Sunday, happy Sunny voice. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, guys joining me from. All right, let me know. I'd love to know which part of the world are you joining me from. So we'll be kicking off in a beat, please. Okay, thank you, Johnny. Okay, Johnny, you're from Abuja in Nigeria. Okay, that's cool. I can see Audu. Mr. Audu, where are you joining us from? Taoyewole, good evening. I see you. Okay, I see Johnson Ime, from Asaba. All right. So this is our first this is my first live that that I'm trying. So it's still pretty new to me. So I'm still trying to get the hang of it. So pardon me if there's a one or two error here and there. So the first thing we want to do right now is to I'm going to be, let me share my screen real quick. So guys, if you can see my screen and the live stream, let me know, please. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Good evening. Good to have you guys here. So we'll kick off in the next couple of minutes. We'll be kicking off in the next couple of minutes. All right. Okay. Miss Betty, thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Those feedbacks really means they really means a lot to me, when I thank you for that feedback. So basically, one of these we hope to achieve for during this live stream is to actually look at the market together. To look at the market together and show look at what the market is doing and then be able to explain what we expect in the future, at least for this week. Normally what I normally do is I'll analyze the market on Sundays and I'll drop it on the groups and share it. Sometimes I'll send out emails so that people can follow the market. And like I like to say regularly when I upload videos like that on YouTube, is that it's very important for you as a trader to follow the market. And if you can, as you can see on my screen, if you have some of these drawings, I've had it on my screen on my chart for months, and what it does for me is that it allows me to follow market trend, and allow me to it's like you're going somewhere and then you're using your Google map, you are going to a location that you don't know, and then you are using your Google map, you need to follow that direction, the direction of the map, accordingly. If you take your eyes off the map, you will miss where you're going to. So the same thing with the market, when you have your drawings on regularly, you'll be able to follow what the market is doing, just like you're following your Google map normally. All right. So in a bit, we'll kick off in a bit right now. Okay, thank you. So in a bit, we'll kick off now. So let's kick off. We'll be kicking off now. So basically, good evening, everybody. You're welcome once again. Let me see if I'll try and record this. Let me quickly. So basically what we want to achieve is, for example, if you look at DXY, like I've been saying, I've said so many times that the DXY is very important. The dollar index, the US dollar index is very, very important because the dollar is a major currency. It's the world currency. So it's very important for you as a trader to understand what the dollar is doing. So last week, what we had a pullback from after NFP, after the non-farm payroll, from this resistance. So we had a pullback. As you can see, we had this we had market, come back from this resistance at 102. So, and then, it's a support around there. Now, a new support is already formed there as before the market opened. The market has not opened now. And the way it is right now, like if you're on Instagram, if you're on our Instagram, you will notice that I already said, even before that NFP, I already wrote something on Telegram. I already said on the Telegram page that I'm expecting a pullback because I think on Thursday, on Wednesday, there was a Fitch rating that, dropped the US dollar, the credit rating for US dollar from AAA+ to AA+. That means what that means is that those that rates currency really, downgraded the dollar as a currency. So I already expect that there's going to be a pullback on Friday. And that's exactly what we got on Friday. We had that pullback. All right. So I haven't said that, at when market open, I expect a further pullback from this spot. Except something else happened now, but I'm expecting dollar to still come down further from where we are right now, probably to this spot. Come back to this support, come and take this support. If this support gets broken, then we might see a little bounce up from here before we push down further. All right. That means for this week, for the dollar, that is what I'm looking forward to. So this is what I'm looking forward to for the dollar. And if I go to the weekly chart, if I proceed to the weekly chart, you already see that we already have the dollar is down, as you can see my chart. So and then we already have the dollar bounce up from this trend line. So even if you are going to have a push forward, a push up to the upward side, probably we will come and test this and continue that downtrend. But right now, the way I'm seeing it on the daily time frame, I expect a further push down, at least to support at 101 from this spot, from where we are right now. So I haven't said that. Let's check what gold is doing. I want us to check what gold is doing. I'm still holding my gold buy, the one I entered on Friday. I think I took a buy immediately after the NFP for gold on this support, around this support, and I'm still holding that trade. I'm expecting gold to push further up. Right now I'm on the daily time frame. So if you look at the pattern that gold is forming, we already have a support here, at 1,893. And we had this push up to 1,986. That was the recent high, not the highest of the high, but the recent high that we had before gold dropped down to this spot. So I'm expecting a further, push up for gold, because right now we have DXY is down. So I'm expecting gold to keep pushing up. And of course, like I like to like I normally say about gold, if I've been around for long enough, in my analysis, I always say investors are looking for where to put their money because the dollar is down right now. The US economy is down. A lot of investors are looking for where to put their money, and gold is a safe haven. Gold is a form of it's more like an asset that they use to hedge against inflation. So most times they are looking for where to put their money. All right. So I'm expecting gold to keep pushing up, from this. I won't bounce up from this support around 1,934. So when market open, I expect gold to keep pushing up. All right. So let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still down. As you can see on the chart, Bitcoin is still, for some months now. I mean, for more than, I think it's more than 2 months now. We've been ranging for Bitcoin. We've been ranging around 29,000 and 31,000, as you can see. So I'm expecting Bitcoin to push down a little bit more, probably to this next support, to this next resistance stone support. Because if you look at the pattern that we have on the chart, on this daily time frame, you will notice that we are having a lower high. Like this high is lower than this high. So now we form another high that is lower than this high. So which is telling you that price is likely to keep pushing further down. All right. So in the medium time, I expect Bitcoin to, probably break this support. There's a support here. For some time, we battled this support for a while. Support at 29,750. But right now we are sitting on this support, and you can see that there's a lot of volume sitting on this support. It's looking likely that we might break this support to the downside for Bitcoin. All right. So I would say that let's check what Euro USD has been doing. For Euro USD, we saw a bounce off. Guys, let me know if you are following me on YouTube. If you are following me, let me know. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel, especially for new people. Okay. So let's go on. I want to talk about, let's look at Euro USD. Euro USD has been been falling for a while. But if you look at Euro I want us to look at Euro on the higher time frame. Let's move to the weekly time frame. We can even check it on the monthly time frame to see what is Euro overall trend. The Euro USD overall trend is actually down. That's on the long term. The long term trend is down. All right. So, but then in the medium term, since last year, I think this was October, November, we've been moving to the upside. Okay, we've actually been moving to the upside. So for this week, let's now look at what Euro USD actually did last week and what to expect for this coming week. All right. So let's go to daily time frame first. On the daily time frame, it's clear that we had a bounce off, on Friday after NFP. This is a Friday candlesticks after NFP. This bullish engulfing candle that we have here. So price on Thursday we have price form support around 1.09, and then on Friday after that NFP we have price bounced off from this support. So what I'll be doing this week, going forward, is I'll be waiting for price to break this resistance. There's a resistance around there. Give me 1 minute, guys. There's a resistance sitting. Okay, there's a resistance around there. Okay. If I go to the 4-hour time frame, let's go to the 4-hour time frame so that I'll be able to see it properly. So as you can see, there's a resistance around that area where I have that line. Okay. So I'll be waiting for price to break out from here. So the best thing to do, if you're an aggressive trader, they will jump on a buy immediately if they see a pullback, because this move is likely to continue. But if you're a conservative trader like myself, what you want to do is you want to have your counter trend line All right, you want to actually have your counter trend line sitting on this. You want to have your trend line like this. All right. So if you're a conservative trader and you don't want to have your stop loss to be too widened, you actually want to wait for a breakout from this resistance. So what you're going to be having is, as soon as price break out from this resistance around 1.10, so you will see this most times when price break out. Let me say 95%. It's not every time. Sometimes we have a price breakout and price does continue. It depends on it depends on the volume and how aggressive price is, when it breaks out from a resistance. But most of the times, let me say 95%, what you normally have, you have price breakout from this resistance that coincide with that trend line and then come back to test it, all right, before that trend continue. So I'll be waiting for price to pull away from here, and then I'll wait for a pullback before I jump on it. Now, there are some times that, when I see a good pullback, let me quickly, go through how you can trade patterns that look like this, especially when you're waiting for a pullback. When you're waiting for a breakout. There are times that your price won't immediately jump out from this resistance. Probably on Monday, you might have price, first of all, come back, to test this this minor. There's a minor support here. All right. So sometimes what I normally do is that if I see price do this, sometimes, let's say I have a $10,000 account, what I'm going to do, probably I'll just enter a trade with 1% first. Probably I can enter the trade with 0.2 or 0.3. Okay. Or let me say 1%, 0.1, 0.2. So I'll take my first buy around there. That's one method you can trade it. I'm just showing you one method you can trade. You actually know that price is supposed to push up, right? So I'll take a small position, say 0.2 on a $10,000 account, and then I'll put my stop loss below the support, and then I'll be waiting. Then as soon as I see that price now break out from this resistance, what I expect price to do is that I expect price to break out from here. This is a normal thing: break out, come back, test this place, then continue the uptrend. So, but peradventure price didn't do that on time, and I see a pullback. What I will do is I'll take a buy, put my stop loss below this resistance, below this support, and then I'll be waiting. As soon as price break out from this resistance, I'll jump, and then I see that there's a retest of this resistance. Then I'll now jump on a bigger loss size. I'll put on a bigger loss size, why I'm still holding this position. All right. And by then I would have locked in this position and stop at break even. So that peradventure price comes back here, it's just going to hit me out. All right. And then I'll enter another position here. All right. That's one way you can trade it. All right. Another way you can trade it is to wait for price to, which is the way I prefer. Okay. But there's some aggressive trader that likes to just jump on trade. So I'd rather wait for price to break out and then come back and test this resistance before I jump on a buy. All right. That's one of the ways you can trade it. And I'll go down on the 4-hour time frame. All right. I'll go down on the 4-hour time frame to go and see a better trading option. Sometimes, I can jump on the 1-hour time frame. It depends on if I'm not so clear. Sometimes I even go as low as 15 minutes time frame. The reason is because I already know what I expect price to do. So what I'm just using those positions to just see a better entry. All right. So having said that, let's check what pounds USD is doing. You can see that it's almost the same pattern. On the daily time frame, you can see that we already have pounds USD on Thursday forms an hammer, on this very strong support. The support here. So then on Friday we have this NFP where the dollar didn't do very well, and then the bulls came into the market. So I'll be waiting for a breakout also on pounds USD, on a breakout from this resistance on pounds USD also. If you have a question, you can drop your question. You can drop your question in the You guys, you can drop your question in the on the live stream so I can address them. All right. So so for pounds USD, the same thing. You can clearly see that there's a support that is formed. All right. So, like I said, in the medium term, we already know that price is up. We are in an uptrend, right? In the medium term, because if you look at, like I've been saying for the past couple of weeks on my YouTube videos, the one I normally put up, especially on the weekly video recordings, for pounds USD, we are actually in a buy zone. As you can see in this zone, don't forget that we trade from zone to zone. So in this zone, we are actually in a buy zone. So what we are having, if you look at the pattern that price has been forming so far, ever since we broke into this zone, what you will see that we push up, then we come down to form a support, then push up from there, form another support, push up, form another support, then break out, then form a higher low. This is a higher low, all right? Then we go up. Now, you notice that this low, this new low that we are forming around 1.27 is higher than the one we formed at 1.26, all right? So, and then if I scale further down, you see there's another low at 1.23. So you will notice that, like I normally say, price move from zone to zone. So, but don't expect price to do this. Price will never do this. You will never see price do something like this. That will not happen. So what you normally have is that you have all this zigzag movement, and is this zigzag movement that always confuse people. So but if you already know that we are in a particular uptrend on a higher time frame, let's say we are in an uptrend or a downtrend, you know that you are looking for buy opportunity. So most times when you see price pull back from major resistance, you are waiting for price to bottom like we have right now. If you notice what pounds USD have been doing for the past couple of weeks is that, we've been pulling back for some weeks. I mean, if I count these candlesticks, the recent weeks, in recent weeks, 1, 2, if you count the bearish candlestick, in recent week, we are going to ignore this one that started in July. I think this move actually started in July 23, since on the 23rd of last month in July. So if you count on the bearish candlestick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So, and then if you include the bullish candlestick also, 12, 13, 14, 15, so that means, so for 15 straight days, we've been coming down. So we've been coming down for 15 straight days. So, and then we finally form a support. Yeah, I won't say we have finally formed a support until I see a breakout of this counter trend line. All right. And that's why most times, it's good to wait for price to break out to break this counter trend line, and then you see a retest, and maybe let me get my tool and show you what I'm trying to say. It's good to wait for price to break out from there, and then come back to test this place before you actually jump on a buy. Sometimes that waiting period is going to help you. Now, let me show you an example. The reason why it's good for you to wait, for you to wait for this pattern. Most times, if you look at this pattern here, it looks like price has actually bottomed around there, around 1.27. But price, tested this resistance and broke this support again, and we came all the way down to 1.26. So that's why most times it's good to wait for price to break out before, and it's good to wait for a break and a retest. And what I mean by a break and a retest, a break from this resistance, and then you have a retest again before you jump on a buy. All right, so that you will not be having a very big stop loss. All right, but the way it's sitting right now, it's looking good, like we are likely to push up. So, but it's a waiting game, like I like to say. Trade is about patience. Let me give you an example. Last week, I didn't jump on any trade until on Wednesday. I was just on the sideline, and if you trade that way, it gives you the ability to also do other things. You are not glued to your chart for it throughout 24/7. There's a lot of traders that are there are a lot of traders out there that they are 24/7, they are glued to their chart. They are just glued to their chart. They don't have any other thing. They are just glued to their chart. All right. So waiting for price to come to you, give you the ability to, you can do some other things while you are still. I'm not saying you're not checking the chart, maybe like 2, 3, 4 times in a day to just check what is price doing. As it broken out from the resistance I'm expecting to break out from. All right. So having said that, let's check what pounds JPY is doing. So before we move on to pounds JPY, which is the last currency we are going to check, and before I start taking questions, okay, Johnny said, what time frame do I use to enter position, sir? I actually use most times I use the 4-hour time frame. That's most times. But if I'm not so clear, if I didn't see if I couldn't find a very good entry position on the 4-hour time frame, I scale down to the 1-hour time frame. Sometimes I scale lower to the 15 minutes time frame to go and see I really don't have a particular time frame where I jump on a trade. What I normally do is I normally scale down to, for example, sometimes on the daily time frame, I jump on a trade. If I see clear breakout, on the daily time frame, at the close of the market, I'll just look at it. I'll just jump on the trade and then I'll let it run. But most times when I jump on the trade on the daily time frame, my stop loss is always very wide. And the beauty of the lower time frame when you're jumping on the trade on a lower time frame is that your stop loss is very, very is always very close. But if you are jumping on the trade on the daily time frame, or those that trade big money, the big boys, those that trade billions of dollars, most of them take their trades on the weekly time frame, some on the monthly time frame. Depending on your capital, So, but most times what I do is I scale down to the 4-hour time frame. All right. So before we move on, so this week we'll be having this live stream. I think we have another one on Tuesday. So I'm still trying to see which session we'll be trading. Probably we'll trade. I'm looking at maybe we'll be trading the New York session because we have a lot of volume during the New York session. Reset times, I've noticed it. We normally have more volume during the New York session than during the London session. So we'll be looking at trades together, live trade like this. So we analyze the market together and see, to look at what position price is going to. So this week, so in the next couple of weeks, probably in the next 2 weeks, we'll be doing live trading, or I don't know, probably throughout August. Also, in the next say 2 weeks, we'll be launching our signal service. We'll be having a signal service, and that signal service is, it's for those that are too busy, or even if you are not too busy, if you just want confirmation of your trading analysis, so we'll be launching that signal service, and then we make it very affordable. We just $30 per month, and the way we structure it is we'll be posting it on the website, and then we're dropping the link on the WhatsApp group and on the Telegram group. The reason we have structured it that way is so that people, because most times when I drop my trade signal on the Telegram group, a lot of people will tell you they don't see it on time, because as soon as you drop it, other people are dropping their chart, and as they are dropping their charts, they will be they will cover that trade signals. All right. So that was why we decided to put it on the website. So we'll make it very simple. Just like you are paying $1 per day. It's very cheap, and trust me, you'll make that money back as we begin to post signals. All right, I won't be the only one posting those signals. I think about 3 of us. Because sometimes I may not have time to do that, but I will ensure that I create time to be putting signals out there. All right. So as soon as we launch that service, we are going to we are going to let you know. Okay, Adekunle says, how can we draw our higher time frame zone? I mean the major zones. Well, I think I have a video on the on my YouTube. You can just check my YouTube. I already have a video on how you can draw your zone. I'll draw the link. Adekunle, I don't know if you are in the Telegram group or the WhatsApp group. Let me know, so I'll know where I'm going to drop the link for that video so that you can watch it. Okay, Anna, I said the pair I just finished, is that the head and shoulder that is forming? Which pair is that? Please, Anna, let me know. Is it pounds USD or euro USD? Let me know. Oluwatoyin, post signal that will favor small account. Of course, there's no signal that will post that those that have small account cannot trade. So it depends on your position size. Toyin, you need to scale down to your, depending on the amount you are trading with. All right. So lastly, let's quickly look at JPY, pounds JPY. For pounds JPY, my eyes is actually on the sell for this week. I'm looking forward to to start. I'm actually looking forward to start selling pounds JPY. Because if you look at the weekly time frame, we can see that we are clearly forming like a reversal pattern. For, like, if you look at this, an arm already. 2 weeks ago we had an arm form, and now at the close of last week we have like this, like an inverted hammer, more like a yes, this one is like more like an inverted hammer, telling you that price is likely to come down a little bit. But for me, for pounds JPY, I expect price to push forward, but in the medium term, I think it's time to start selling pounds JPY. It's looking so good. It's looking so tempting. So I'm having my eyes on 3 major pairs this week. Pounds JPY is number 1. I'm also looking at gold, to buy gold. Then pounds USD is also another pair I'm looking at. I'm clearly looking at. If you look at this pounds JPY, it's looking so beautiful. Then if you go to if you go and check the JPY index, you already see that we are already pushing up for the JPY index. I've been watching this JPY index for a while. If you look, it's been down since forever. If you look at the JPY index, has been down since forever. So, but then I think around July 23, we kind of form a support here. But in the medium term, on the short term, I might be, because it's pushing up. Last week it actually pushed all the way up to 806 before it came down again. So, but then as long as this support holds, there's a support here around 769. As long as that support holds, I'll be looking for buying opportunity on the JPY pairs, like USD JPY, like pounds JPY, euro JPY, Aussie JPY. All right, as long as we're having this support. But like I said, especially on pounds JPY, on the weekly time frame, we are already seeing reversal patterns. There are already reversal patterns that we are seeing. So this week, I'll be looking for opportunity to sell this pair. All right. So I'll be looking for opportunity to sell this pair for as far as this week is concerned. I'll be looking for ways to look for a selling opportunity. If you scale down to the daily time frame, you will see that those reversal pattern as well. You also see those reversal pattern. If you look at it, and you see that it's been battling this resistance since around June. So it's been pulling back from this resistance. Price has been touching the resistance and been pulling back. So I'll be looking for opportunity to sell GJ. Looking at this week. All right. And then I'll be putting my stop loss probably over this resistance, and my take profit will be around this support. That's almost like 1-to-1. All right, but I think the risk is worth it, because I know that GJ moves a lot. From 180 to around 176, that's almost 400 pips. That's almost 500 pips. That risk is worth taking. So I'll be looking for a pullback, and then I'll sell, and then I'll be my take profit will be around there. All right. That is for pounds JPY. All right, so I'll take more questions Okay, Joseph says you need my office address. Sorry, Joseph. Right now, I'm not in the country. I'm not in Nigeria right now. So, but if you, Joseph, I hope you are in the if you are in the WhatsApp group or in the Telegram group, you can always drop your question. We'll answer you. So, what level can gold get to this week? Okay, let's quickly look at that before we round up. So for gold, the next level that I'm looking for gold to get to, this week, there's a major resistance around there. I mean, gold is going to battle. There's a lot of resistance that gold, I expect gold to battle. There's 1 year around 1,950. All right. If we see a breakout from here this week from 1,950, then our next resistance area is around. I'll need to push this one. I'll need to push this one up a little bit. It's around 1,000. That's 1,969. All right. So for this week, if we eventually break 1,969, probably will come here to 1,986. All right. So those are the resistance that I'll be looking forward to for gold. And then gold can be aggressive. Gold can be aggressive in such a way that you can see gold do this move in a day or two. So don't just doubt gold. So like I said earlier, while we are looking at the beginning, I'll be looking for buying opportunity for gold, and my stop loss will be below 1,924. In case that trend reverses. But the way it's looking, the last candlestick that we had on Friday is a bullish engulfing candle that is sitting on a support, on a no support around 1,931. So I don't expect price to push down to come here and break this support. But then it is the market, never can tell. So but the way this bullish engulfing candle is looking for gold, the volume looks massive, so I expect at least for price to keep pushing forward. All right, so I'll be looking for buying opportunity. I'll be looking for a little pullback from here at market open in the next couple of hours, where you're likely to see a little pushback and then form support, and then that trend continues. All right, so that's that for gold. Okay, you are not in the all right. So give me a moment. What I'm going to do, Gerard, I don't know if you are here. Can you help us with the Telegram? I'll be dropping the Telegram link so that you guys can join, because I can see some couple of people are not on the Telegram group. I don't know if Gerard is there. Gerard, please, you can help me. I really appreciate it. I'll be dropping the link now. Give me one moment, guys. If you are not in the Telegram group, I'll be dropping the link right now. All right. So give me one moment. Let me look for the Telegram group link. I'll be dropping it in the YouTube. I'll be dropping it on the YouTube channel, also on the YouTube live, so that you guys can join. All right, so that's the Telegram group. For those that have not joined, you can join us on the Telegram group. All right, so guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel, okay? So I'll be seeing you during this week. I'll be dropping more. We'll be having more live trading. I feel this, if you enjoy the live trading, this live analysis, let me know. For people that are still trying to learn how to trade. And like I always say, it's very good for you to be around people. Don't be a lone trader, a lone wolf as a trader. You want to be around the community of traders. It helps you, it helps your psyche a lot. As a trader, you don't want to be alone in your room, pressing your phone, trying to decide, trying to think, all by yourself. It's very stressful. Most times it's stressful. But when you're around people, other people, in the Telegram group and all that, it helps you. And also, when we have live, stream like this and live trading, it normally helps a lot. Shola says, with your signal group, yeah, of course, Shola will be having entry, stop loss, and take profit, for our signal group, for our signals. All right. So, guys, I don't know if if there's any more, if you have questions, let me know. Let me know before we call it a day. So let me know before we call it a day, okay? So, all right. So, I think we'll be calling it a day in the next couple of minutes. So, all right, Emmanuel. Okay. So you prefer Emmanuel says he prefer the live analysis. All right, that's cool. So we'll be doing more of live analysis, during the week. We should have one on Tuesday. If I see a good opportunity to enter a trade, I'll be telling you, okay, I'm taking this trade. If not, I'll be telling you why I'm not taking a trade. Then we'll have one on Wednesday, we'll have one on Friday. Of course, we'll be for the signal service, we'll be having like a week or 2 weeks free service for people, for everybody, so everybody can sign up. I'll be discussing with my partners to whether we are going to make it a week or 2 weeks free service. All right. So whatever we decide, I will let the community know. No, the reason why we just feel we should put a price is so that, number one, we know those that are serious. We know when you don't put a price on anything, a lot of people don't take it serious. Then number two, we will be able to mentor you properly, and that's one of the reasons why we also we also want people to join us that's another reason why we also want to make you to join on the website, so that we'll know those we are mentoring. All right. Abubakar say, can I do a recap of pound series? I already explained what I'm going to be doing on the Telegram group. I'm going to be dropping the video for this analysis. I'll be dropping it on the Telegram group. I'm recording it actually, so that you guys can go over it again. If you are just starting out in trading, I want you to just know that you need to watch some of this content as much as you can. All right. And I always advise people watch the videos as much as you can. The second advice I give people, if you are just starting out, focus on one pair. Don't trade many pairs. And the pair I always advise people to focus on is Euro USD. Euro USD is not too volatile. And when Euro USD starts trending, it moves along that trend for a while. Let me give you an example. For example, if you look at Euro USD right now, if you look at what Euro USD did for the past since I think if you look at these candles, that's since July 18, Euro USD has been selling, and it's been coming down all the way from this resistance. So as a newbie, if you're just starting out, I always advise people to focus on Euro USD, because it's like I said, it's not so volatile like other currency. Then number two, when it's trending, it trends along one particular direction for a while before it starts changing trend. So for your sanity, since you are just starting out, is better you focus on one pair, and the pair I'm recommending is Euro USD. Also, if you have been trading for a while but you have not been profitable, what you want to do is you want to take your eyes off every pair. I've shared my story so many times. That is what helped me. One of the things I did, and nobody told me. I just out of it's just common sense. One day I just sat down, was thinking, I said, all this pair I'm trying to chase, why don't I just focus on one? And I just picked Euro USD, and I was on Euro USD for 6 months. So what I have to do, when you focus on when you focus on one thing, it helps your mindset as a trader. All right. And another thing it also helps you to do is that it allows you to understand the pattern of that pair. So that when somebody wakes you up in the middle of the night and say, what is Euro USD doing? You'll be able to tell them. It's going to help you a lot. So you want to focus on one pair. So after a while, normally I always tell people, focus on that pair for 1 year. I focused on Euro USD for like 6 months before I now added pounds USD. And that is because I've been trading for a while, but then I've been trading for that, I think for like 3 years, but I was not profitable. I was always losing money. I was always having margin call. So that 6 months really helped me. Because it's a new habit, you're not going to find it very easy. At first, I didn't find it easy because I'm used to checking every pair. I'm used to jumping on every pair. So, but if you can stay focused for 30 days, you know, like they always say, to form a new habit, you only need 30 days to be consistent with that new habit. All right. So just set a goal of 30 days. You just say the next 30 days, I want to trade only Euro USD. So once you're able to do that, you say, okay, and the next another 30 days, and then you do that for 1 year. Trust me, if you are not profitable, after focusing on Euro USD for 1 year, for only one pair, I'm saying that if you go and check your statement, your trading statement, you are not seeing the only pair you have been trading is Euro USD. If you are not profitable after 1 year, after trading only Euro USD, my brother, go and look for a job. Don't trade. Trading is not for you. That means trading is not for you. All right. So please. So that is what I would love to say. All right. So thank you, everybody. I'll be seeing you during the week. I'll make sure I'm going to put up this video on the YouTube and I'll share it. All right. Thank you so much. Have a lovely night and have a beautiful trading week.